But make no mistake that this justice system isn't broken. It was built to work this way. It's important to remember that the police are only the enforcers of this order, that it comes from a much higher place, a much deeper well of hatred, and that this is not about just a few bad apples who have misbehaved. This is how the police are trained.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! Our human rights are under attack! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! The people of color are under attack! What do we do? Stand up, fight back! Our human rights are under attack! What do we do? Stand up, fight back!
To know that most people have to struggle daily just to get past some hoop that you were never asked to jump through. That the path was wide open for you, the path was cleared in fact, and this game rigged. And that everywhere there are doors that are locked or blocked or otherwise labeled whites only. And you can call that history, but it still happens every single day. White privilege is alive and well in this country. We won't allow ourselves to be deceived by the state of the justice system today. Shocked but not surprised. Shocked but not surprised. So what can we do about injustice and inequality? Well, for one, we can start the conversation right here in this room and take it with us everywhere we go. Because the moment we are in is crucial. We can inform ourselves and we can educate each other. We can talk to people we don't even know. And owing only to an open mind, we might just find that human connection, a shared and common ground, and learn to work together to come at this problem from all sides and to finally turn the tide. The urgency of this moment is only growing stronger. This is a crucial cultural awakening that cannot wait any longer. But please, just remember that if you find yourself on the receiving end of all this privilege given, sometimes your job is just to listen.
I am 100% Palestinian, but it doesn't take a Palestinian to look at the situation in the current state of Israel and realize that it's an absolute atrocity. When I see what's happening in Palestine, I see illegal settlements in the place of occupied people's land. I see an apartheid state that exists under racist laws, and I see essentially what is the ethnic cleansing of the indigenous people of Palestine. But it's easy for people to look back in retrospect and say, oh yeah, slavery, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't kill people on the basis of their skin color or their religious beliefs. But when it's happening right now, people just, for some reason, are blind to it. America funds billions of dollars, as we know, to Israel every year, which goes towards humanitarian crimes of genocide, illegal incarceration, illegal deportation, and the apartheid state of Israel. And whether you like it or not, if you're a tax-paying citizen of this country, you are a contributing factor to this. That's why when a 3-year-old girl dies, it's her fault. It's Hamas's fault. It's not ever Israel's fault. We're portraying terrorist people of Iraq and Syria, but Israel, the state that was founded on the ethnic cleansing of indigenous people, is the only stable country in the Middle East. And the only reason for this is because of racism. There's no other reason.
Some of us attended the trial of Rasmea Odeh in Detroit, and she also spoke out about self-determination for Palestinians, the right of return, and liberation from oppression, and was actually awarded the Outstanding Community Leader in 2013 by Detroit Cultural Association. So she was a very respected member of the community and helped people a lot. And then she was arrested in 2013 for unlawful procurement of naturalization. This was 45 years later. After she'd been living as a law-abiding citizen in the United States, she would even taught the Palestinian women, informed them about how to obey U.S. laws. He is with the Criminal Division, National Security Unit of the Eastern District of Michigan, the District Attorney's Office, which investigates and prosecutes cases involving international and domestic terrorism. So there were Homeland Security officers all over the place. They sat in a row behind the defense, in between the defense and all the Palestinian women who had come from Chicago and other places, but mainly from Chicago, who were there to support Rasmea because she was such a beloved member of their community. And they had come from Chicago to Detroit. to support her. Well, so this Homeland Security, big guys, you know, with big broad shoulders, sitting one after another, and then occasionally there would be a couple women among them.
Rasmea's conviction affect your status? I know Bruce some time ago said that, no, your case is still open. Is that correct?
Our case is still open. We haven't heard anything from the prosecutor's office. We don't have an idea of what it means. Right now, the main course of action that the Committee to Stop FBI Repression is working on is to try to get Rasmea out of solitary confinement and to try to get her released so that she can sort of get things wrapped up before she should be starting her prison term. And then after she's sentenced in March, we're going to be working on her appeal. But we can't work on her appeal until she's formally sentenced.
Okay. Well, she's likely to be sentenced to prison or deportation, or
what they were asking for was prison and then deportation, and we're looking at maybe 10 years.
This is my grandson Javier, and he would like to play a song today for everyone and dedicate it to all the children around the world.
How old are you, Javi? I'm 11 years old. 11 years old.
First of all, how happy I am to be able to talk to you about my experiences in Colombia, but also how happy I am to see this many people who are out, lending their voice and their support to the cause of human rights, not just here in the United States, but around the world. And there are many people throughout the world, for them to do what you've done today is a death sentence for them. On June 18th of this last summer, U.S. Vice President Joe Biden visited Bogota to congratulate his old friend, Juan Manuel Santos Calderon, on his re-election as Colombia's president. He praised Colombia for, quote, embracing a new mission, locking in its economic and security gains, and building a just and durable peace. The reality that I experienced only days after Biden spoke was that if you are an Afro-Colombian, if you're a small farmer, if you're an indigenous person, the Civil War is far from over, and there's little hope that the current peace talks will produce anything like a just or durable peace.